Missy Pixie, what is the order of the grossnet in relation to the third-party accountant application form? Because the alakasam is just a knowing how to account the season of sales. But in relation to sales, what kind of things are sales to know that the velocity of knowing that the gross net is only a decision of leather and to indicate where soaps are? But in relation to leather and to indicate where soaps are, what kind of things is the message tone of Miss Pixie? But Miss Pixie, the on-off is an accountant in relation to an application form because nationally, the understanding of amnesia is to work out the implication of Missy PC. And in Missy PC, what kind of things is Missy PC in relation to Alakalarang to participate into affection? But in that way, the Forrest Gump is a cataton of movie maker to inflate the impulse of Mandarin. Because in relation to Mandarin, what confusion is an application to try to convert the essence of the prasam? But the crossnet is just honor of knowing how to insist the pitato. But Miss Pixie, what is the concern of knowing that the wrong of the form is dictaton of font? Because in font, what kind of things do we need to know how to release the compression of the imperial empire 55 empire toton Douglas Disney, but empire, what kind of things is a doctrine of knowing the gross net in relation to imperial? But imperial is just a relation of local of name. But Ness is just an ichaton of knowing gross. But in gross is a relation to and from the oh, but in the so Mona Lisa, what is the relation? Exorcism. Huh? Barcelona. So, Madonna. With such a Madonna and đó là cái deform. So, Mason, the gross net of exorcism. 예시한까지는 나올링. 소시다. Sure, didn't. But, Lisa, what is gross net? Oh, here's a quick one. Guanji Pusa. There's two of you, are you twins? Third alignment of time, she will appear. because there's one of them too, but it's Caucasian. So exorcism in Grossnet 3. The imperial of empire is the thesis of law, and in relation to law, the integration of uh, in that way, the plexism is that. Did you know the exorcism is a Krishna? Don't. So in that way, the diversity of gross is based upon a bucket of and that way, flaming the institution of gross is a show. The success of gross is an success of no, because gross is that three lady Miss Pixie is a song of war, because the fairy tale does not mark any kind of gross in relation to the citizen of Loshon. But my mother, the bucket of decay, has instead the mind power. And the mind power is a young of alien creator. But in that way, the lexicon is in the way of the world we are. In the way of the nun we are. In the way of the plexon we are. In relation to Allah, we are. In relation to imperial Greek Orthodox, but Greek Orthodox, what is the missile of the rocket to engine the bucket? Because the bucket of Armageddon is huge, isn't it? Very, very huge. So, master, explosion of the bucket. Do we know how to exercise the dimes of gross to reach on the gluten? But Koro is just amnesia of QLT. But QLT in relation to plexus of law. What kind of Clinton of toads to know that Jesus is not a bread of fire? He's just a toad of net. No, impossible. Yeah, it's just a toad of plexon in relation to Chavon. And in relation to Chavon, the gross amount of textron is an echelon of knowing the cue from the angel to lexicist the decathlon. Because liberation in relation to law is an intercution of Saya to gross definition of I don't know what to do. So, of I don't know what to do, how many question of component is an area of layer, and in that way of an area of layer is that the synthesis will actually be exist in relation to the ecstasy. But in relation to the ecstasy, the elixir of knowing that the Blakaka is a hehehe and the reversity of demolition. The reversity of demolition is based upon the question of knowing how to insist the total of law, and in that way, the legal of art is citizen of illegal. But police army, the novel John, yes, is the submarine in relation to the gross. But in relation to the gross, the taper is just a sink of glass. But since it's just a sink of glass, the higher correction of pressure, the depth of the sea, and the messiah of Misua's fire. Ooh. My tampon is late. I really just know. So in that way, what kind of things do we know that Italiano is just a question of law? Okay. Tukis. Richard. Why? Temptation of Sototon. Photocopy Faxton. Galicia. Graphical Hulung. The midsenon of Ballam is that the presence of the donum is a catastrophe of mispisi, and mispisi is a question of illegal manner. But in that way, the conversion of black culture, we have not oligocist in relation to the exorcism, because British Pope exorcism any in state of Deutschland by the empire to gross check the so hash cow. Hash cow. Why hash cow? Hash cow is a painting of callous. Then in that way, British pop example of is the dawn of long of knowing into, because the separator based upon taxon is an indication of gross, but in relation to gross, in relation to ratatouille, The French Connection is just an occasionalist of exorcist. But in that way, the gross of knowing and accountant to for long, the accountant of liberation is an illogical of Mona Lisa. To aesthetists, the reckoning of entire galaxy. Impossible at the moment now, the entire galaxy. Sooner or later you will meet them, yes. But in relation to the entire galaxy, the deliciousness of exorcism is that the British Pope is a citizen of dollar and net. But in relation to and net, what kind of Bisatron is law in relation to the Prishana of glass? In that way, the telecom is a like that, Mother Maria. Like that. So in like that, the synthesis is that do we intercede coffin? So in coffin, when we pass, doesn't mean go outer space based upon Starship Troopers. But in that way, the exorcism is a signal of love by Kesha kono hine. Dijane o But Madonna, the exorcism is just a touch of knowing how jinns work in relation to. So in that way, demons are a girl's best friend. Knowing